Okay. Between the last time I streamed and this stream, I had worked on this park right here, since it didn't seem like it was too much to do here anyway, other than place this sand in and also to place these benches in, and also, you know, the tables. I also filled in this forest area between here and this road right up here. Okay, next thing I'm going to be working on is the trailers along this side up here. Just to see if this thing's working. Your phones aren't working. Okay. Map. I'll place in a map of what I'm working on in the stream right here. And specifically, I'm working on the middle town of Muldraugh in the center of it, the trailer park there. Okay, the first house is about right here. Okay, now I've got to measure out exactly where it starts. And also do some slight damage to the road here. And it's more or less, it looks like this road hasn't been repaired in a long time. Or properly maintained. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to use andesite. And use that to represent the damaged road. And this is what andesite looks like. It's sort of, from on this texture pack, and I'm using the city texture pack, it sort of looks cracked and deformed. In a lot of ways, these parts are really useful in that it keeps this entire area from looking too perfect, as some games can do. Okay, now there's the damage. Do one more over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what I'm doing is just simply translating from Project Zomboid to Minecraft. One block in Project Zomboid, I'm translating into a 4x4 pattern in Minecraft, and that is to accommodate some of the smaller rooms that happen to be in Project Zomboid, to try to keep some semblance of them. Many of those are closets, for example, that would basically be eliminated since the blocks in Minecraft are a square meter. Okay, so this is the window looking into the kitchen. Two, 4, 5, 6. And this will be the entrance into the house and also the kitchen and dining room. This house is made up of 3 rooms: a bedroom, a living room, and a bathroom. Well, living room, kitchen, dining room, and bathroom. The thing is with this house is that it uses a kind of clever design in order to separate the bathroom, not the bathroom. Uses the bathroom to separate the living room from the kitchen. In other words, it has that in between the two, sort of as a I want to say miniature block to a degree. I mean, it separates them physically, but physically being in between the two. So it really helps to maximize the use of the house, I think. So the bathroom is here, leaving the living room to be here. And the bedroom here. The door to it's about right, to the bedroom's about right here. And this is what I basically mean by it uses this to separate a larger room. Some of them use the floor itself by placing a different floor in certain areas. This one uses the bathroom as a physical barrier to turn this larger room into, well, sections. I've only placed in 2 of the windows frames so far. Once I've got the floor in, I'll do the window frames and place in the doors as well at the same time. The reason why I'm using oak here is that the trailer has a white siding, but it's not easy to always translate that into Minecraft. You don't always have the same types of blocks. I don't have something that looks like a white siding, so I'm using white oak in this case. Or well, oak, I should say. It's not white oak. Haven't used dark oak too much. I'm going to use white wool for the kitchen, and I'm going to use birch for the hallway and also the living room. It's not as required to do that, since in the Project Zomboid game they have this pretty much the same floor, but I think it looks a little bit nicer this way. If the bathroom hadn't been there, this would be one way to separate a larger room into smaller rooms by using the floor itself. This one makes that division stand out even more. And I'll use this in the bathroom as well. Okay, now to put in the windows and the doors now that the floors are in. I've got one window in the bedroom. It's a large one. The next large window is over here. And it's roughly here. Looking partially into the hallway, partially into the living room. In other versions of this house, there is a window here. But in this particular house in Project Zomboid, it has two shelving units in this exact area, which would completely block this window. And because of the isometric view of it, it's kind of hard to see if I should put it in a window or not. I guess I should, since I'm going to have two different versions of the game. When I do the decorated version of it that I'm going to post, I might take this one out when I put in the shelves right here. Okay, there's the front door, which is roughly about, let's see, do the window first. Window here, front door right next to it. Small window. And that should be all the frames in. For the front door, I'm using this oak one since it has these two glass panels in it. And this acacia since it looks nice for the interior doors. They're intended to be more private. Okay, the interior walls are in. Now go ahead and place the windows in. Some of them will look odd, such as right there. If you place a glass panel by itself, it looks sort of like this column, a glass column. And this is one way you can actually expand on the amount of columns that you have. Although on this one it looks transparent. It's still there. It's a little bit more visible in some of the other texture packs. Although, as you can see, looking at it from the side, this is why it's transparent, because you're actually looking at the glass itself. And it doesn't have any of these interesting, I guess you say marks on it. Okay, the windows are in. Next thing to do is just put in the walls and the rest of the frames on top of the windows. And I've gotten to use in this type of situation for windows because otherwise it would just look like a box. And it looks like a box as it is, but more of a rectangle, I suppose. But it gives a little bit more definition to the windows than just, say for example, this right here would have looked. I think the frames, using these stairs as frames makes it look a bit better than this. But different people like different things, so that's just another option to work with windows. And there's different ways to make the frames too, doing it on the outside or on the inside. Whereas on the if you do it on one side, you can actually use it to you can stand right here. So I'll just do it just right here since I can fix it pretty easy. If you were to do it on the inside, then you have a window that you can walk up to like this. Depending upon how you do it, you can get a lot of use from this small area right here, even though it's not a lot, but I mean it's something extra you can do. And you can still do that even if you use both frames. For these houses, I've been using it on the outside to give definition to the outside of the house. What I'm talking about is probably more visible in windows like this, where you actually have more movement that you can do. Okay, so now to do the window in the roof. Not window in the roof, but the ceiling in the roof. With some of these, the ceiling itself is flat, and this is one of those ones in which is flat, so the ceiling is going to be a bit easier. Ceilings tend to matter more with the larger houses. Usually I use those to keep the roof and the interior of the house from being identical, since it's bad enough that the interior walls are identical. Hi, thanks for watching. I'm working on a Project Zomboid build, and I'm working on the trailer park. And one of the trailer parks in Muldraugh, the center one. Okay. So that's first and trailers in. Right beside it, there's a. Describe it. There's a large sand area where it looks like another trailer used to be, but it has been removed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 26 maybe. And I'm just counting out where I should start this dirt path. 26 maybe. From this house right here. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 25, 26. It looks like there used to be a house here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But at some point it's been moved. It's just not been replaced just yet. It's easy to skip over this place, but I think it adds a bit more character to it by leaving it in. And what I'm doing now is just doing the outer pattern for this. 2, 3, 4, and then maybe here. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4. Then here. And here. First, one more. There's already so much things that end up getting warped in this game, and trying to keep as much of it as close to Project Zomboid as I can. And even this is slightly warped. But even with the even with how difficult it is to actually translate it to Minecraft, it seems to work out fairly well. And the dimensions aren't too terribly far off from what they are in Project Zomboid. It's about there. Okay, everything from the inside of this thing is sand, so it makes this part easier now. And this area right here is large enough that it could have been a trailer, or there could have been a trailer here. There's not enough information to know if there was one or not. Okay, once this is in, there's another house on this block. On this particular block, there's just a motel and the two trailers. There's quite a few on the other one. Okay. And the trailer over here is a fairly small one, although it does have a large sand driveway. It is made up of 2 rooms. A bathroom and then pretty much all in one. The bedroom, kitchen, dining room, and living room. And this trailer, has the bathroom separating the parts of the larger room. Making an artificial separation, separating the bedroom from the rest of the house. But there's no door separating the bedroom, just a short hallway. And the bathroom is accessed through that hallway. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And inward by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 2 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the house should start here. There's a window here, the front door next to it, and this looks right towards where the kitchen area is, with the dining area in this nook here by this window. There's a larger one looking into the kitchen and dining room area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The bathroom being right here, with one window. And there's a window right here looking towards the bathroom door. And right here is where the bedroom is. 4, 5, 6. And there's a large window looking into the bedroom. For a rather small house, the design isn't too terribly bad. Since it takes advantage of the only other room in the place, the bathroom, to separate out this larger room into 2 functional areas. I'll use white wool for the kitchen and the bathroom, since white wool in the city texture pack looks like tile. And that's a closer match to what's actually in the trailer in the Project Zomboid game. And I'll extend this down here and cover the dining room area. birch wood for the hallway and bedroom area. Not so much a living room in this house. Okay, all the windows are in. Only 2 doors, 1 interior and 1 exterior. Now to place the frames in. Rest of the frames, I should say. I actually think I made this house slightly larger than I should have. It's got 3 instead of 2. It's supposed to be 4. That's easy enough to fix. Okay. The rest is just a matter of just adding in this wall right here. Taking out the other wall and putting the grass back in. Might not have to put the grass back in. I don't think I did the dug down, so that's good. Yeah, it's just dirt. The grass will grow back here. Although some of it I'm gonna have to take up and replace with sand to replace it with what is actually there. And like the other one, this one has a slightly steeped roof. Not by much, so I'm only gonna need to use slabs. I'm placing this door frame to the bedroom. I meant bedroom, but the bathroom. Oh. Now, I've used a similar method with other houses. Usually with houses, to try to get the angle of the roof right, I use a 2-block method. I'll use a slab and then I'll use a stairway to sort of get the angle of the roof right. With this one, I'm going to be using a 4 one. And let me place this part in. This rain guard is not part of it, and it's not really absolutely required. It just seems to look better. It doesn't really make a difference within the Minecraft game. It's just an aesthetic look is all. And the 4-step method for this is simply the use of 4 slabs, each one going up. Two slabs on the bottom and 2 slabs on the top. And this sort of it reduces the angle of the roof as well to closer match what is in the game. So you can do a not as steep roof. And I do need to add this into the last house that I worked on, the first trailer that is. And also with a house like this, what it does is that it keeps it from looking blocky. Without this, it would just be it would look like just one huge slab. Whereas this gives it a little bit more volume and definition. Okay, so that basically completes this block for the most part. There are some trees, I'll put the trees in and let them grow while I'm working on the next house. Next trailers, that is. And when I'm done with that, I'll come in and I'll put in grass in the higher areas that it is in the game to closer match the game. The only one of these trees I definitely have to grow is the spruce tree. The other trees I can leave to their own devices. And that is, spruce trees can be a little bit finicky. Oh wait, there is one thing. I'm being absent-minded. I forgot to put in a driveway. So I'll do that first and then I'll continue on with the buildings. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two, three, four. And I'll do this similar to the other one, in that I'll do the outer edges of this driveway and then come back and fill it in. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two, three, four, five, six. 4, 5, 6. Okay, that takes care of the perimeter of this road. And now it's simply a matter of filling it in. Or really, I should call it a driveway, not a road. And doing all this work seems a bit much, but it'll help me to place in the other houses by giving me a frame of reference as to where everything is. It's some extra work like this that helps me keep this build as close as I can to the dimensions of the Project Zomboid build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inward. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that should be where the next house is on this new block. Only 2 roofs, steep roof houses, and they're at the end of the block. So I shouldn't need to look at that level again. Alright. This trailer is made up of 3 rooms, similar to the first trailer that I worked on there in the stream. And it also takes advantage of using the bathroom to create a barrier between the living room and the kitchen and the... Actually, this house is interesting. The kitchen is right next to the bedroom in this house, with the living room and the dining room on this side right here. Three, 1, 2. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Window into the bathroom. And this is what forms the sort of... It breaks up this larger room into 2 sections. In this house, unlike all the others so far, the kitchen is in this area right here, in this nook. In many other houses with this design, the living room would be in this area right here. Three, 4, 5, 6. And the bathroom, oh not bathroom, but the bedroom is right here. 4, 5, 6. It's a bit close, but it works. Part of the road is damaged and I'll have to put that in anyway. And this one, the doors here. This one has a large window here. And come to think of it, I might want to take out this window over here. One of these windows. That being this one. It seems like these 2 houses have the same design, and I can't see the window of this house if there is one or there isn't one because there are 2 bookcases that block it off. But most likely, because the 2 bookcases are there, then there isn't a window here. The difference between this one and this house is the doors are in different places. The door to this house is right next to the larger window right here, which looks right into the kitchen. And there's another window roughly here, which looks into the dining and living room. So going into the house, you'd go to the right to get to the living room and dining room. You enter in practically almost into the kitchen and into the hallway right here, and the bathroom is to the right down part of the hallway. So the left takes you right into the bedroom. I'll use light blue for the bedroom. Or light blue wool. And I'll use tile for the kitchen and bathroom. So you have 3 doors, 2 interior, bathroom and bedroom, and 1 exterior. Window in the bedroom, window looking into the kitchen, window in the bathroom, small window looking into the living room, dining room, and large window looking into the living room, dining room. Next thing to do is just build up the walls and complete placing in the frames for the windows and the doors. Okay, all the frames are now in. And now to complete the roof. The roof is flat, so it'll be a pretty simple one to do. This one has a fairly large sand driveway as well. And it looks like part of that sand has either overtaken the road or the road has caved in one way or the other and the sand filled in. 2, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that covers the incursion into it. As for this, I'm going to work on this part first, and then try to figure out how to do the transition to it afterwards. Not so much a driveway on this side, it looks like it's a walking path. The only downside is that it's not possible to place flowers on sand unless that has been an update. Still not an update. And it looks like some flowers and some weeds have grown in from the sand in this game. Or the Project Zomboid side of the game. But I can't replicate that part. I can, however, place some weeds over here. Not all the same. Okay, what one should I use? Dandelions. There we go. Okay, and now here. I'll keep the stone stairs and the curb in place, and it'll just look like the sand has spilled out and covered part of this road. Or this road simply was damaged. The sand had spilled over and filled in the areas that were damaged. Now this house is right about here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 inward. About here. 16 inward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This particular trailer has been abandoned and is missing 2 doors. One door to the bedroom roughly there. There's a large window here which looks into the kitchen and dining room area with a smaller window right next to it. And at the end of the house there's another large window. 2, 3, 4, and there's a window right here which looks from the kitchen side towards the dining room and living room. We have a door right next to it. Now there's certain things I can't really pull off in the game. This house has graffiti on it. I can't pull that off, but I can pull off the damaged nature of the house. To that end, I'm going to use gray terracotta, simply because it looks like it hasn't been cleaned in a while in this case. And I'll use it on the inside for the kitchen. Well, the kitchen, the living room, and the dining room. Oh, there's a second option. I could use one of the woods. Even they look mostly nice. Maybe it's alright. Okay, I'm gonna. No, it's too white. And this side I've been using for something else. Yeah. Looks like a gray terracotta is probably the best option in this case. And let's see, for the bedroom, I'm going to use brown concrete. I'll use brown wool. Windows are in, but there's only one actual door that's still standing, and that is the door to the bedroom. The door to the bathroom and the front door have both been either removed or just knocked down. But there's no indication of any of the remains of the door left. Okay, so the windows are all in now, floors are in. Next thing I need to do is just build up the walls and then to place in the framework for the doors and the windows, or the rest of the framework for them. Okay, so the frames, doors, and windows are all in. Now just to place in the roof. Okay, so that's the fourth trailer in. These next two trailers are right beside one another, but first I'm going to have to put in the sand for this, the road, the driveway for this house. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that takes care of the driveway. And the next two houses are right side by side to each other. Two, three, four. Empty. Flower, tree. 1, 2. Let's mix flour. This far away. Alright. Okay, so this is a small house as well. Both of these houses are small. This one's made up of, actually this is not that small. The other house is small. This is made up of 3 rooms. Bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, living and dining room all in one. Bathroom. Large window looking into the dining room area or the dining room section. Smaller window looking directly at the kitchen area. Well, no, it's right at the kitchen area. I should say the window not looking at. It's looking at the living room area. 2, 3, 4. Large window looking into the I guess you say this greater room. I'll use light blue for the bedroom. White wool since it looks like tile for the bathroom and the kitchen again. And actually I think I'm just going to use birch for the entire room. One, two, three, four. There's a window here with the front door right next to it. And there's a window here which looks towards the bathroom door. Interior bathroom, is it doors in? Interior bedroom, doors in. And exterior doors now in. Okay, window by the front door. Window looking towards the kitchen. Dining room, window at the kitchen. Window looking into the dining room. Both two large, one small. Window in the bathroom, small, and large window in the bedroom. Next thing to do now is simply to add in the walls and complete the frames for the doors and the windows. Oh, forgot a window. Hallway window. Okay, now to put in the ceiling and the roof. slightly off right here, but that can be fixed fairly easy. There we go. Now it's more centered. Two, three, four. Now, next part is going to require some alterations in the crafting table, and that is to create a flag. Now to find where the banners are. I think they're in decorations. Yep, here they are. Going to, I'll just do this. And I'm going to need a bit of supplies in terms of colors, dyes, particular. Going to need bone meal from the looks of it. And blue. This dark blue should do. Now to place down the crafting table and start to see if I can do this. There we go. Okay, it's already created. I'm going to go out of creative mode for one moment. Might make it easier. Oh, I know what I need to do. Not that. I need to switch to the old crafting design, like in the user interface. There we go. Classic crafting from the PC Minecraft. That'll do it. So no. I'll create this. And once more. And there we have it. This one might not work as well. Simply because how this banner attaches to this. So I might have to use a more wooden pole. 2, 3, 4. Nope, same problem. Okay, so how to handle this? Need something substantial. Oh, I think I know how to do it. I don't need to use that. Just need to use something flat. No, that's not gonna work either. This might pull it off. No, there's still a gap. Okay, so there's a gap no matter what I do. This is just a test on this side. Yeah, the gap will be there as well. If I placed it on it, yeah, that'll do it. So I decided to place it on top of the 2, 3, and place it right on top. And now I have an American flag out in front of this one, just like in Project Zomboid. The next trailer is right next to this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here. There's a window here looking into the bathroom, and this is a rather small trailer. 2. One. There's a large window here looking towards the kitchen and right at where the living room is. And this one looks right where the living room area is. Two, three. The bedroom for this, I put the door in the wrong place. Shoot, it's right here. The bedroom for this house is in this corner right here. It's not very large, just large enough for a large bed to be put in. Okay, there's 2 doors. And one interior, one exterior door. Interior door to the bathroom. There's an exterior door. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here, next to a window. I can't afford to make it one more. Which will help out to make this bedroom a bit larger. Exterior door. And now to put in the windows. place in the sand, which surrounds the house and also forms the driveway. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 10 at least. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side right. No, the other side. Shoot. This side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And this whole area is just sand. Fortunately, this mistake right here won't be too hard to fix. I just need to fill it in with dirt. And that'll eventually turn into grass anyway. Okay, so just one more trailer on this block. Before I do that, I'll place in a couple of trees and give them time to spawn in while I work on this last house on this block, or this last trailer on this block. Okay, so around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th. To a door right here, and the window here. And this house has a similar design of this house over here. In fact, they look almost identical in terms of the interior. Okay, so door here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Window here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a large window looking into the kitchen, the dining room, and living room area. Window right at the kitchen area. A large window looking into the dining room area, or right at the dining room area. Bathroom window. I'll use pink in this one since I've been using light blue in most of the other ones, practically all of them. Okay, both interior doors are in. Place sand. Exterior doors in. Looks like the windows are all in, except for one. Okay, last thing to do is to place in the frames, and then do the ceiling and roof. Okay, now to place in the rest of the trees in this area. There's not too terribly many. Mostly it's, one more tree, or maybe two more trees, and mostly grass. Now I've also got a place in the sand. Rest of the sand around this house. More trees in than I thought. A couple right here. And there's quite a few areas around this with a lot of grown up grass. Unfortunate thing is, when using bone meal, it also adds a lot of these flowers in. So that's a benefit. And it's random with how each of, well, random in as far as a program can do random positionings for these flowers. so that should take care of this trailer park right here and finish off this whole area. Still got some trees to do over here, but I'm going to be working on some houses on this other side right here before I start putting in the trees, because there's a lot of open areas, and placing in the houses along this road right here, road I'm flying towards, will help me in positioning each of the empty areas somewhat closer to what they are. It's harder to get trees exact as opposed in Project Zomboid because of how trees are generated, and it's a little bit better, I think, to use the generated trees as opposed to sculpting the trees. Not just for time, but also for the fact that it seems to feel a bit more organic. Let's see what time I have. I think I have enough time for one house. It's a cabin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Six. Okay, so that is the shape of the driveway. Okay, so next I'm going to use Acacia for the front deck of this house. Two, three, four. And going to use spruce for the walls, it's dark enough wood for it. And I'm going to use dark oak for the window frames and door frames. There's a window here. 3, 4. There's a door here. Four, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. There's a window here. 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. Wait, that's the wrong one. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe here. Starts to turn inward. There's a bathroom right next to, this is a bedroom right here. There's a bathroom here. Right next door to it. One of the things I'm trying to get right is the fact that some of these rooms aren't square shaped, they're slightly odd shaped. 1, 2, 3, 4. The kitchen is in this sort of nook right here. And there aren't too many windows in this house. In fact, there are just 4. Two of them are on the front, and one is on the side, and one is in the back. 2, 3, 4. One window here. 1, 2. There's a back door here, and the window is to the left of it. The building itself is made up of 3 rooms, like many of the other ones. This one does have a smaller nook area, which is separated from the rest of the larger room, and it looks like it's sort of like a small living room, living area, maybe reading nook. The door is right here to the bedroom, and it's sort of in this odd shaped part of the room. And this is the other nook I was talking about. It's not completely enclosed in, but it is blocked off from the rest of the main room, or common area, I should say. It's like the kitchen is part of the common area, but it's blocked off in this corner right here, or segregated into the corner, separated. Okay, there's no window in the bathroom. There is one window in the bedroom, and that's out front. And one window in this nook area right here. And before I put in the doors, I'm going to place in part of the dirt path. And this path leads to a tool shed, about right here. A window here, a door here. Shoot, I need to replace the wood. There we go. Three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now use oak for the floor. Now the question is, can I use a dirt path and door at the same time? And the answer is no. Okay. There is one window next to the door on the tool shed. And for the roof of this one, I'm going to use a Kekia. Since it seems to match closer to what the roof of the tool shed is in the game. rather than place a ceiling on this one, I'm going to leave it open. Maybe. Let's see how it looks from the inside. Okay, so potentially the tool shed is completed. Yeah, I think I probably should. I'll use the same thing as the roof, but I'll just clean up the interior. There, so now the roof looks a little bit more presentable. Now this patch of grass is not really fond of that, so I'm going to just place a block of wood and use that as an extension of the door frame. And there we go, there's the tool shed. But it causes other problems as well. So I'm going to have to put dark oak under here. Otherwise the dirt under here would stand out too much. There's a slight and small lip when you're using a dirt path, and you can see it over here too. I'm going to have to do the same thing here, and that is to place dark oak where that lip would be showing, and that will cover that up nicely instead of having it stand out because the dirt is much brighter than the wall of the cabin. Because this is a cabin, I'm using one type of door. And I'm going to use oak with the main room. The actual wood in this one is a little bit darker, but I've exhausted for the most part my darker woods, and dark oak would be too dark for anything other than the door frames. I'm going to use jungle wood for the bedroom. Now I'm going to use birch. I still have that to use. Here we go. All the doors are in, and still need to put in the windows. And now to decide what to do with this. Could keep it all wood, and I'll use jungle wood. It's light enough. I'll use this in the bathroom, which will keep an all wood floor and wall look to the place that's in the game. I might have to change that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna switch this to white wool, and that is because I'm going to need jungle wool. This, maybe a dark oak ceiling wouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna try that. Now I'm gonna use acacia. Dark oak would be too much, I think. Well, acacia would actually look fairly decent. And it would allow me to extend the ceiling into the porch outside. Okay, now to look at the roof itself. That's a fairly simple roof. Once I've placed in this house, completed the roof and the ceiling, and placed in a few dirt paths that are right in front of the house, then I'll do a flyover of what I've worked on this stream and where I'm going to be working there the next time I stream Project Zomboid, and that will be it. And one advantage of the translation is that there will be a flex space above most of the roof that can be used as an attic. The roof itself is sort of brown tiled roof. It's the only part that's probably not wood. I don't really have a brown tile, but this netherrack is fairly close to it in terms of looks. That is. Even if it's not tiled. No, wrong side. The deck is fairly simple. It's not really wide, but it's fairly nice. roof is almost in. I'm going to use nether brick instead, since I don't see how I can do the transition that easily. And now to place in the rest of these dirt paths, and then that'll be it for the stream. Well, that and the flyover. Okay. This one's a little bit too far out. One thing, you can turn a dirt path into dirt again, is just by placing something on top of it. It looks a bit better. For the most part, I'm going to hold off on doing trees in this area, and that is simply to get the rest of the houses in. Well, maybe it's not as much of a big deal here. Now I'm going to wait and do the houses along this road before I start putting trees in. So what I worked on during the stream are these trailers over here, starting with this one right here. And also I've put in the grass and trees for these areas. The next one was this house right here with a large sand driveway. And this one right here. And also placed in more of the damaged roads as they appear. Might be, there's a bit one more I need to do, but I'll do that as I do the flyover, since it's not going to be too much work. Then lead into this house right here, and there's a small patch of damaged road about right here. About this size. There we go. That's already done. Then these two houses right here, including an American flag outside one of them. And this was the final house in this trailer park right here. And the last house on this stream was this cabin right here with a tool shed right next to it. And actually, now that I look at it more, I'm going to reduce this part of the roof just a little bit. And make it more flat. There we go. Okay, during the next streams, I'm going to be working along this road over here, and putting these houses along this road will help me place in the various tree patches that are in this entire block right here by letting me pace out exactly where they should be. There's a single story house right here, and I think all of them are single story. No, there's a 2-story house. There's a house here. There's 2 houses that share a driveway roughly about here. One here and one here. And this is across the street from a chapel. And I think I'll do this block after I do this area right here, maybe. Anyway, there's a chapel over here, and depending upon how this thing works out, I might be working on 2 blocks at one time, just moving back and forth between the 2 to make sure everything is pretty much lined up as well as I can. This chapel is 2 stories. There's also a house here, almost at the corner, and another house over here in this corner right here. Then there's 3 houses over here that share the same driveway. Well, it's a branched out driveway. You may as well call it a side street almost. 2-story house and 2 single-story houses. And there's also this house that has a huge fence. Fairly nice fence. It's a 1-story home. And to complete this block over here that shares the chapel, there's 2 houses that share a driveway here. One is 2 stories, a fairly huge house. And right next to it is a single-story home with a fence that I need to place in. So I've got quite a few houses in this area right here, and I've also got more houses along this area right here, which is right behind the restaurant. Both are single story. And there's a 2-story house right here, right at the edge of the it's a gated community, sort of. And there's a single-story house right here. And once I've done all these houses, then I'll be moving on to this gated community. The houses in this fenced-off community, more than gated, I guess. I guess you could still call it gated. The houses here aren't necessarily large, but they seem fairly nice to a degree. Not on the same level as a 2-story community subdivision on the other side over here, but fairly nice. Although the road that goes into it branches out and is pretty damaged now that I look at it. But at any rate, I have got quite a few houses in these blocks right here, and putting those houses in this block and in this block right here will help me place in the trees over here in this block, since it's not completely covered forest area. Like I said, there are patches where there's open fields. And so that's it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching.